This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 10 and verse 16. The labor of the righteous tendeth to life, the fruit of the wicked to sin. He is in the way of life that keepeth instruction, but he that refuseth reproof erreth. First and foremost, I want to give our honor, praise, and infinite glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace, blessing, and salutation to the Akim that are pushing his word throughout the four corners of the earth in all truth and sincerity. Lord willing, this reaches the ears of the hopeful elect. All right, I'm going to read it again. Proverbs 10 and 16. The labor of the righteous tendeth to life, but the fruit of the wicked to sin. Okay. So as I was meditating and reading in the scriptures, I was reading the book of Sirach. Okay. And, I came across a few precepts. So the bulk of, this lesson is going to come out of the Apocrypha, out of Ecclesiasticus. But Lord willing, it's edifying, okay? And exhorting, in terms of being in action, to push, and to exhort you to go hard, man, to be laborious, okay, and do the will of the Lord, do the work, okay? We can't let this idle time and liberty, rather. Let me use my words better. Let us not use this liberty that's been given us for granted. Okay. This liberty that the Lord has given us, that He's blessed us with, is to study. To study, to put, to put Him first, okay, to incorporate the Lord into your daily lifestyle, not just when it's convenient for you, and the Spirit will speak to you, man. The Lord will speak to you when you feel deep down in your spirit that, that you could be doing more, that you could be reading more, studying more. You're going to feel it in your spirit. Okay? Because when it's all said and done, man, the scriptures talk about in Galatians, I believe it's the 6th chapter, where it speaks on, the Most High is not mocked. Whatever a man reap, whatever a man soweth, he reap. Okay? So whatever effort and you put into the Lord, you're going to get it in return. Okay? So when you're sitting down and, you realize that you on social media far too much, or watching sports, or doing things other than, now granted, you gotta have balance too. Now I'm not saying that you can't do these things, but when that starts to consume you and pull you away from the Lord, man, the Lord can cause you, he can take your spirit away. Okay, because that idle time will cause you to err, man. All right. I want to get the book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 10 and verse Salakia, Isaiah 3. Isaiah chapter 3 and verse 10. And it reads, say ye to the righteous that it shall be well with him, for they shall eat the fruit of their doings. You see, so you're gonna eat the fruit of your doings, man. So if you going hard in the paint, so to speak, you uploading lessons, you're doing the work, or you're teaching, you're edifying, you're feeding the sheep. All right, you're gonna receive a reward for that. Verse 11, it says, but woe unto the wicked, it shall be ill with him, for the reward of his hands shall be given him. You see? So there's a balance, If you do the Lord's will, you're reading, you're studying, you're building yourself up. The Lord's going to give you a reward, but if you don't, your reward won't be what you expect it to be. You see? It says, woe unto the wicked. Woe meaning destruction. All right? It shall be ill for him. The Lord is going to make your life a living hell, man. He could easily do that. Okay? Let me get Salakia. I'm multitasking. I want to get Sirach chapter 33. Sirach chapter 33. And I want to start at verse 25. And it reads, if thou set thy servant to labor, thou shalt find rest. But if thou let him go idle, he shall seek liberty. Doing the things that he wants to do. All right. Verse 26, a yoke and a collar to bow the neck, so are torturous and torments for an evil servant. Send him to labor, that he be not idle, for idleness teacheth much evil. Okay? When you have too much time on your hands, it's going to cause you, the world, I mean, think about it, man. We're still in this flesh. And it's, we're constantly battling our flesh daily, man. Warring with our members. Okay? So when you have a lot of idle time, the flesh may prompt you to do things outside of the spirit. Because that's what the flesh does. Bound by the chains of darkness, which is this flesh. The flesh is always going to go contrary to what the spirit wants, man. And it will cause you to do evil or to seek evil. You see? We can't let the idleness, and that idleness turn into slothfulness, man. That idleness will turn into you giving into the flesh, giving into the world, and then next thing you know, you're not putting in as much work. You're not putting in as much effort or energy into what really matters, which is the Lord. Okay? Your house will get overthrown, man. Your temple, your spiritual house, your body, I want to get Sirach chapter 10. Sirach chapter 10 and verse 18. And it reads, pride was not, oh wait, Salakia. Man, Salakia. All right, bear with me. I can't remember what the precept. Let's see if I type it in. Come on, slothful. All right, Salakia for that. I can't find it right now. Plus I'm currently driving right now. But you know what? Let me see if this is a overthrown. Oh well, I can't. Lord willing, it comes back to me. All right, Lord willing. All right, but I'm gonna keep on going. All right, this is I'm gonna go to Sirach 27. Sirach chapter 27 and verse 3. It says, unless a man hold himself diligently in the fear of the Lord, his house shall soon be overthrown. You see, so you gotta hold yourself diligently, man. Okay, diligently in fear of the Lord, man. The last thing you want to do is fall into the hands of the living power. You know, where you going off, or you decide to take your hand off the plow. Okay, and the Lord, get a hold of you. Hey, that could end very badly, man. That could end very bad. It says that his house shall soon be overthrown. Now that can mean both your physical house, but it's also mean your temple, man. I want to get Sirach chapter 38. Sirach chapter 38 and verse 24. It says, the wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure. Okay? When you're given the opportunity, you could use that time to study. Use that time to watch the apostles and the elders videos. Be fed in the spirit by the brotherhood. Watching videos. Okay? Reading. Studying on your own accord. Me, for an example, I highlighted a lot of precepts that really stood out to me throughout the scripture. And from time to time, I'll go through and, I could just come across certain highlights, man. And then that'll prompt me to read the entire chapter. And then, go with, precept upon precept. And then next thing you know, I got a whole lesson planned out. A whole lesson. Just by doing that alone, man. Okay? Because not only is when you come across something that is in your spirit that you feel like you need to speak on, you got to know that, hey, somebody needs that message. Somebody needs that very same message that you received. Same things that you may be going through, and the Spirit may hop on you to talk about those things. Another brother may be going through the same exact thing. All right. It says, the wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure, and he that hath little business shall become wise. So not getting caught up in the affairs of this world, not laboring to be rich, okay, for things that can't profit you, but rather labor in the Lord, labor in the works of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And I'm going to close out with this. In the book of John chapter 6 and verse 27. And it says, labor not for the meat which perisheth, but for the meat that which endureth unto everlasting life. And what is that meat? That's the Lord. That's Yahweh Shai, man. That's this word. That's this truth that brings everlasting life, man. It says, which the Son of Man shall give unto you. For him have the Most High, the Father, sealed. So he ordained Yahweh Shai to be able to give us this meat, man. Through his word. Through his prophets, through his men that are serving the Lord, man. You see? So don't let this leisure and this little liberty that we have for granted. Don't take it for granted, man. Use it wisely. Okay? So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. And with that, I want to say shalom.